which we are all Nigerians, so we'll take the first stanza of the national anthem. All right, I'll take it. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's core will be to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity. All right, so for today's session, we'll be talking about mentorship and sponsorship, strategic pathway for accelerating the professional growth. It's a professional and personal development series under the general monthly insight forums organized by the young professionals of SP section. Okay, hello Daniel, please confirm you can take that.
You break out some points. Well, we can hear you now.
Okay, Daniel, please confirm you are there and kindly introduce our moderator for today. All right, I think Daniel is why is trying to come around. Let me quickly take that for sake of time. So our moderator for today is Mrs. Nwamaka Ibonosi. So Mrs. Nwamaka is a project engineer at Energy Works Technology, a subsidiary of Nestor Limited, where she is responsible for overseeing the planning, execution, and completion of various EPC projects. She works closely with a team of industry professionals to ensure that projects are delivered on time and within budget. Additionally, Nwamaka is involved in conducting feasibility studies, preparing project proposals, and coordinating with clients to understand their specific requirements. With a strong background in engineering and a passion for sustainable energy solutions, Nwamaka plays a vital role in ensuring the successful completion of projects that contribute to Nigeria's energy sector. As a valuable member of the Nestor team, Nwamaka also collaborates with cross-functional teams to optimize project execution and streamline processes. Her expertise in project management methodologies and her ability to effectively communicate with stakeholders further enhance the overall efficiency of the team. Beyond her professional pursuits, Nwamaka actively volunteers as SP Port Harcourt section, where she has been privileged to serve in various capacities, such as the 2022 to 2023 Assistant Communications Chair and Publicity Lead for the 2022 to 2023 YP Symposium. She is currently the 2023/2024 Communication Chairperson. Nwamaka's dedication to volunteering showcases her commitment to personal growth and community engagement. Her involvement in these roles further demonstrates her strong leadership skills, and passion for fostering collaboration between professional organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we can't clap audibly. We could use the icon to clap in the chat. Let's welcome our moderator for today, Mrs. Nwamaka Ibonosi. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nicholas, for that introduction. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, moving to the next item on our agenda, which is the safety brief. Please kindly mute your mic when you're not speaking. Do use the raise up your hands to speak. You can see the icon on the call for raising up your hands during our question and answer sections. On the chat box, kindly use C for comments and Q for questions. Please do ensure you can still hear the fire alarm with your headsets while listening to the conversations and the presentation. Be at alert and aware of your environment, and please always ensure to stay safe. Simeon, please, next slide. Okay, so on the next item on our agenda, I'll be inviting the YP chairperson, Justice Vidigo, for his opening remarks and for the recognition of the senior members. Justice.
Okay, I got a chat from him that he might be running a little bit late due to another engagement he's in at the moment. So when he comes, he will take this section for now. Let's continue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that confirmation, Nicholas. Can we move to the next item? So I'll be doing the honor of introducing our guest speaker for today, who is also my friend and a very good person to do justice to this topic. Christine Noba Olotu is a young professional with over 6 years of experience in the engineering industry. She worked as a drilling engineer for over 4 years before proceeding to energy research. She aimed her bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the University of Benin, and currently she's an energy researcher whose focus is on the development of alternative energies, while currently earning her master's degree in mechanical engineering at the University of Texas at Tyler. Aside from practicing engineering, Christinoba enjoys writing. We can see her excellent work on LinkedIn and other social medias, meeting people's expectations. Sorry. Yeah. Meeting people, speaking and spending time with loved ones. Christianova believes in the possibility of a better tomorrow for everyone, especially for those who exhibit resilience and grit. So let's use our virtual clap hands and welcome our amiable speaker, Christianova Olutu. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I am so grateful for this. It's a privilege to be here. So I would go right into my presentation. I didn't really look at the agenda, but I would say that I would prefer if you do not interrupt me while I'm speaking, but I'm very, very open and I'll be very excited to answer all your questions. I have a very short presentation, so I basically want to, answer specific questions from those on the call. That's what I have to say, then I can begin, right? Are we good to go?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are good to go.
Thank you very much, Pauline. I'm happy to see you today as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, okay. Please let me know what you can see on my screen. Can you see the presentation?
Sorry, Christine. I think Justice just joined the call, and during his own item, Nicholas, the technical team lead, advised that when he joins the meeting, he will be able to do his opening remarks and recognition of our senior members. So let's just give him that minutes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. So Justice, you're on the call.
Pardon me.
Good evening. I think your voice is a bit faint or something.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Is this
very well.
better? Okay.
Very well, very well.
Good evening, everyone on the call. Thank you for we try to actually foster and preach mentorship. Yeah, because it's good you don't make the mistake as you go on your career journey as young professionals and also as startups in early careers in the energy industry. So it's very good that this topic was selected by the YP technical team. Thank you, Nicholas, and thank you. And also, I believe the moderator for this call is a very good friend of mine, Pauline, and also Christine also on the call. They have the good and the best kind of knowledge practice to transfer. So I was on everyone on the call to listen and pay a rapt attention. Make sure you get all the points. And those I will still be joining, make sure you pay as much attention as possible and know how to accelerate your career so you don't struggle and actually waste time. So thank you. And also, I don't know if you joined. I think we can take the senior members recognition later. Let's continue.
Okay, thank you. Christian, over to you. Please, the floor is open to you now for your presentation.
Right, I have to share my screen. Okay. Can you tell me if my slides are changing?
Yes, they are.
Okay, thank you. So I will just begin right away with the presentation. Today we are going to be talking about mentorship and sponsorship as strategic pathways to accelerate your professional growth. I would follow this outline with my presentation. I would define some terms. I would explain some myths and misconceptions as it relates to mentorship and sponsorship. Then I would talk about a good mentor versus a good mentee, and then how to find a mentor, and then importance of mentoring. Then finally, I'll give final tips, takeaways, and I will conclude. So there's so many definitions of who a mentor is, but I mean, this one spoke really to me. It says that a mentor is a person who can support, advise, and give you, guidance. Typically, they have more knowledge about the challenges you might be facing, and also very good understanding of your personal experience. And also, they have a desire to want to help you to improve. On the other hand, who is a sponsor? A sponsor is someone who actively promotes your growth and helps you get access to opportunities at work and generally as regards career advancements. So the truth is that mentors and sponsors, they basically serve the same function, which is like to propel your talent, to help you grow. But one thing is that while a mentor shares their knowledge and provides guidance, most times when we talk about sponsors, they are usually like people in positions of power, within an organization, in a country, just like that. So what are some myths and misconceptions about mentoring and mentorship? Okay, so first thing I want to explain what a mentor isn't, right? I already defined a mentor. So a mentor is not really a coach. They can serve as a coach, but they're not a coach. And most times you pay a coach to, do this job, right? But for a mentor, they are not paid. Although like I've seen more recently, in some cases where there are like things like paid mentorship, where for me, I would define that as coaching. The next thing I want to say is, because of my audience, a mentor is not a financial provider. People also like make that mistake. Or if I have a mentor, then once I have like money problems, then I go to my mentor to provide for me. That's not their role. Also, mentoring is not a magic cure to all your problems. So don't also expect that, or if I have a mentor, all my problems in life are solved. Well, they would help you in some aspects, but I mean, they can't do everything. So it's not a magic cure. So this is who a mentor isn't. Then let's talk about misconceptions about mentoring. Many times we'll think that, a mentor must be elitist, or a mentor must be someone popular. So usually when you ask somebody, who is your mentor, the person might want to say Dangote, or Bola Tinubu, Nigeria's president, or who's popular, Joe Biden, something like that. So most times people want to mention people that they don't even have any access to, right? So this is a misconception. Your mentor doesn't have to be popular, doesn't have to be an MD or CEO. Yeah, so that's one. Another misconception is that mentorship should only benefit the mentees. So for many mentees, I'm speaking in this event because I am a mentee and I'm also a mentor. So I'm not trying to get at anyone here. I'm both ways. So, we cannot think that this mentorship is a relationship, right? So it doesn't have to be one-sided, and that every time you just want to take and take and take and take and take, and you don't have anything to give. That is not true. I would expatiate on that in the further slides that I have, what you can give. Okay, I'm thinking I'm repeating this. Okay, I've said this already. Mentors not is popular. It doesn't have to be so. It's a misconception. And another one is that you are either a mentor or mentee. I remember also, at a point in my life, I would think, oh, I can only be a mentee. What do I have? What do I have to contribute? The truth is that wherever you are, you have people that have not attained your level of significance, right? And you also have people that are above you. So whilst you take mentorship seriously, you also have to be willing and open to mentor others. So you don't have to be one. But your mentors that you admire, they also have their own mentors. I know that many of us already know that. Also, one other misconception I have come across is that people think like you must have direct communications with your mentors. This is my personal opinion. It's not always true. There are people that I call my mentors, but they don't even know me, and they don't know anything about me, but they're my mentors, right? And I mean, with the advent of social media, it's so cool. Like it really helps. So, for example, I can have a mentor that doesn't know me, but like I follow their every step. I see like what they post. I get inspired. I take on I subscribe to their YouTube channels. I listen to what they have to say, and really it helps me grow. I don't ever have to reach out to them. Sometimes, like when their advice has helped my life, I write to them and say, "Oh, thank you very much, for touching my life in this way. I followed like your advice on this. Sometimes they might respond, sometimes they might not, but you don't always have to have a direct communication with mentors. That's one misconception. And another thing is, one is mentorship must be lifelong or absolute. That is not true. You don't have to have one mentor for the rest of your life. So for every stage you are at, you can have a mentor. That's okay. And once that phase is over, you can decide, to not like end the relationship, but not actively pursue that mentorship anymore, because I mean, you have outgrown this phase and you need, something bigger. Yeah, so those are like some misconceptions about mentoring that I have discussed. Why am I stuck? For some reason, my slide doesn't want to change. Okay, it has. Thank you. So I would also want to talk about who a good mentor is and who a good mentee is. So the first quality I'll talk about is availability. So this doesn't cut across mentors that you don't know, like mentors you don't have like direct communication with. This has to be like, this particular kind of mentor is the one like you're, I'll call it like active mentorship, like active guidance for a specific period of time, right? With that, you have to choose somebody available, because the fact that somebody is so wonderful, somebody is elitist, somebody has attained like what you want to achieve, it doesn't make the person a good mentor for you. You see, because the person might be in the phase of their life where they're so busy, they have a lot on their plate, they will not have time for you. And with that, you would not benefit from that particular kind of relationship because person is not available, right? You also want to have a mentor that has self-awareness, that knows, where they are going and where they are coming from. I would explain this. So there was one time I was doing a program, and in that program, they said like, oh, you need to have a mentor, and you need to meet with this mentor for, I think it was for 2 months or so, 3 months, and you have to have a plan, you and all this kind of stuff, right? They said that. So in my mind, like I found the perfect person I wanted to be my mentor, but when I reached out to this person, she didn't know me, and she said, oh, I explained myself that this is what I'm trying to achieve. This is the program I'm doing. And I'm like, oh, can you be my mentor? And she looked at the whole program. I think it didn't kind of like match up, or it wasn't basically corresponding to, her own goals also, and her vision and what she wanted to invest in, her time in. And she said, oh, no, I cannot be your mentor, for this program. Right. And that was okay. So you need to find people that are self-aware, not like anybody that comes, you just say like, oh, yes, 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 yes. And in the end, you cannot even help the person that's come to meet you. Another one is like showing empathy, knowing that most of the time, even though you are a mentor, I mean, you were not always like where you are right now. You've also had your opportunities to grow, right? Another quality of a good mentor is being encouraging and supportive for your mentee. And then personable demeanor. You want to meet someone that is at least approachable, someone that is kind, someone that you would feel free, you would feel some easiness when you want to converse with the person. You don't go and choose somebody that once you have a call, like you are shaking, like, oh my God, like, man, that's what I mean by that. One other one is similarity in past, present, or future circumstances. So, I mean, I will put a disclaimer here, not in all cases, and I will explain why later. But most times it really helps. It really helps because, in fact, for me, why are you choosing this person? I mean, this is what I look at. I look at, oh, did this person, for example, let me say, do chemical engineering? That's my first degree. In my past, this person wants to work in oil and gas, and maybe this person wants to, this person transitioned, into something else, right? Or where I am right now, is this person a very big like researcher, or like I see like they have like very novel research results and all of that, right? So that is my present. My future, okay, what am I looking at? What do I want to be in 10 years? Where will I be in the next 5 years? Do I know somebody that, has that, is there already? And I want to speak to the person like, okay, please, can you mentor me on this. So that's what I meant by this. But not in all cases. You might not find someone with these attributes, but I strongly personally advise that you have one of these three: a similar past, a similar present, or a similar future, because most times the person is more able to understand your circumstance if they've been where you were before, or they are where you are trying to go, right? Next, I will talk about the qualities of a good mentee. So you don't always have to be like on the receiving end. Mentees also have to have good qualities, and one of them is constant self-improvement. I wish I would not say this, but it's the truth. The better you are, the better access you have to mentors, right? I wish you were not so. It's that thing that the Bible says that he who has more will be given, and he who does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. I don't know why life is like that, but that is it. So the more you grow, the more you advance, the better access you have, to mentorship. I would give, an example with myself. Once I've met someone who I admired so much, and I was just dreaming, like, will this person be my mentor? Yeah, but then, do you know that at time I didn't even ask him. I was just trying to follow. Like I said, I have people that I follow on social media, LinkedIn, on social media. I just want to like build my life like theirs, right? One time I got to meet him, and we were speaking, and you know that before I even said anything, he was like, "Do you want me to be your mentor? Like I can mentor you." And I was like, "Oh wow!" So this thing happens to people. Like mentor is like asking you that they want to mentor you, right? So that is it. And sometimes once you have like that constant self-improvement, people would even reach out to you like they want to mentor you. I never knew that was possible, but really it is. That is it. And then again, another attribute is initiative and engagement. You have to take initiative. You can't just say like, "Oh, okay," somebody says like, I'll mentor you." Then you come to the meeting, you don't have anything to say. You just sit down and like you want the person to be talking for you. Like say, "Okay, do this and that and that." And no, like you have to come with your own ideas. The person is not a magician. The person is not Superman. The person is just there to, be your guide. So you have to, when you come to your mentorship meetings, you have to come with your own initiative, right? You have to engage. You have to say, "This is what I bring to the table. This is what I'm trying to do." And the person like, "Oh, okay, I think you should do this and that." So that's what I mean by initiative. You also want to have patience, because I think like, I don't know if it's Gen Z syndrome or like many young people, like I'm not Gen Z though, but many young people, they just want to get things like sharp, sharp, sharp. Like, "Oh, I message the person, you don't answer me, so I'm angry. The person is a snob." I will tell you personally, for some of my relationships, they've spanned 10 years. They've spanned, yeah, I think I started taking mentorship actively like 10 years ago, or even before then. But you see like somebody is investing 10 years in a relationship, right? And you just came like yesterday and you want the person to give you like attention. Sometimes it doesn't really work like that. I will give another example. The same thing, I reached out to someone, the same person I was talking about, and I said, "Oh, can you be my mentor?" And she said no. She said no. All right. I didn't even feel bad because I understand people's circumstances. But after, I think it was 2-3 years, yes, she agreed to mentor me. You see, if I was like saying, "Oh, she's a snob, I don't like her, and I will not speak to her again." No, I said, "Okay, that was fine." I kept like trying to build that relationship. I kept like trying to, when I see like she's doing something, I try to give her some encouragement. I would comment on her posts. One time I had the opportunity to organize a very big event, right? And then I went to meet her and I said, "Please, can you speak for this event?" Finally, she agreed to come and speak for my event, right? And with that, I was able to get her personal phone number and I tried to communicate. And after like 3 years, really, one day she told me can we meet up, right? And she took me to dinner. You see, this took like 3 years for me to get that. So you don't have to you have to learn some sort of patience and build time. Also self-awareness, very, very key. Where are you going? Have you examined your life? Where are you coming from? Because I heard the story of someone, she said she was having this like discussion with me, and she said she went to meet a mentor, and she told the lady that, "Can you be my mentor?" And the lady asked her why. She did not have anything to say. She was like, she wasn't even expecting the question. "Why did you choose me?" And she not meant to say, and the woman was like, yes, that's why I cannot be your mentor. You see, you are not even self-aware. You don't know where you are going. You don't know how this person can help or shape your career. Then, but you just want to go and talk to the person because the person is popular. So have like self-awareness. You have to also be hardworking and diligent. Like I said, I wish you were not so, but that's how the world works. It doesn't reward laziness. One time someone came to me and said, "Oh, can you help me review my essay?" And like I'm a busy person, and because I like her so much, I like her, like she's really smart, and I said okay. But when she sent me this essay, I was so disappointed because I was like I was like I felt really bad. Like, how can you send me this quality of writing? For me, it seems like you didn't even take time to write it. Like, I mean, I'm a good writer, but are you expecting me to write for you? I can't write for you. My job is to, and the worst thing is that she met me at a very busy time in my life. I just told her that, man, you see, I cannot even help you correct this thing. So I just told her this is what I have to say. You go and work on it. So you have to be hardworking. You don't have to just like take your work, and your mentor is not supposed to be working for you. So you have to do your own work and be hardworking, right? So that's what I mean by that. And then being open-minded, don't be stuck on your ways. I mean, you must not take all the advice your mentor gives you, but at least be open to thinking outside your box. That's why you engage them in the first place, right? And again, you have to be respectful. You have to be respectful because some people you see something like it's better to be respectful and than not be, because some people, especially with a lot of Western influence on our culture, some people don't take respect seriously, anymore, right? Some people don't mind, especially if you even don't live, maybe you live abroad, some people don't care. But you don't know who the person is. So you don't just like come and say somebody like hi. I mean, hi is not a bad greeting in some parts of the world. It's a greeting, but you shouldn't say that because you don't know how this person thinks. You have to put, as much respect as you can. If the person is a doctor or you want to just like, hello, Dr. D, so good morning. For me, I always prefer good morning because I'm kind of like old school. I'm the old school kind of person. So yeah, you say good morning, Professor D. Don't just say good morning. Me, I don't mind. That's what I said. I don't mind. But some people, they might mind, but they will not tell you. That puts the person off. So it's better to be respectful because you don't know who the person is. And personally, I feel like it's a good attribute to have as a young person. Even as an old person, be respectful. And then finally, a good mentee seeks to contribute to the relationship. So don't always take, don't always take, don't always take. For example, I think I've mentioned this in one of my talks with SPE. That was in 2022. Yeah, I gave this example. If you have a mentor that knows how to write and the person doesn't know how to design, you can pick one of the person's write-up. If it's like very brief or like pick out a quote or like something that speaks out to you, and then you help the person design it and say, oh, I really love this and I'm sending you this. That person is going to be so impressed with you, like, oh, this my mentee even sees like how to add value to my work. And tell me why the person will not want to invest, more time in that relationship. Or, for example, you come across an opportunity that you are not qualified for, but you know that your mentor, is qualified for this. You can send it to them, say, oh, I saw this and I think that you really qualify for this. Do you mind applying? I was just trying to share with you. The person will be happy that this person even has me in mind. Not like you always want to use the person all the time and you don't want to bring anything. So we should be very mindful of that. Please, if I'm taking too much time, you can send me a message. I'm not checking the time here. So how do you find a mentor? There are many ways, but these are the ones that I have highlighted and have worked for me. Number one is networking. So sometimes some people are very blessed and lucky. Within their circle of friends, your friend can be your mentor, right? You don't have to pick like someone really high up there. if you have a friend you admire that's very diligent in certain areas of life, you can reach out to them and say, oh, can you mentor me on this, right? But if you do not have that, which I think you should, that's your first inner cycle, right? You should actually build that. But then you can do more of networking on social media, on LinkedIn. I don't know about any other one that really works, but for me, I think LinkedIn works. Yes, like attending events, joining communities. For example, you want to join NSBE, Black Engineer Society, SPE, AICHG, SWE. Sorry if you don't know the meaning of this, you can ask me. So you want to join like those kind of communities where you can easily like meet people. Because for some people, once you are in the same community with them, it kind of like breaks the barrier, and like you get a chance to meet with them one-on-one when you attend community events, right? Other than that, you can meet people via networking, right? Another way you can meet mentors is like within your organization. So when you join an organization, you can look at everybody there, see somebody that after some time, somebody that you feel, this me and this person, like, preaching like we gel, like, right? Something can happen between us, right? It's like nice. So you can talk to the person, can you like mentor me, guide me how to progress my career in this company? That is perfect. You can get that mentor within your organization. So again, you can have like from virtual connection spaces, social media. So I want to explain this one, social media, very well. I think I consider LinkedIn as social media. So let's say like we're looking at LinkedIn and you want to find a mentor. So I'll tell you something that I did, which many people might want to share with you. So if I'm like trying to get someone's attention, right? I don't want to go like on their. It's okay if you want to do the inbox thing, that's fine. If they respond, that's okay. But what I try to do is I try to engage the person's posts. I try to like, I mean, that was in the beginning, but now I engage everybody's posts actually, because I feel like I want to encourage everyone. But every post I agree with. Sorry, not every post. Every post I agree with. So basically, you see this person. Let me say, who can give me an example of somebody? Not Dangote. Dangote is which CEO I know that keep that post a lot. Can someone give me a name in the chat box? Okay, let me say Dangote. I don't know. I don't see him posting anything. Let me say I want Dangote to be my mentor. Let me say that example. And then he's like always kind of like communicating. Do you see? You know what I would do if I want to get his attention? If I see his posts, I'll try to be one of the first people that will comment, because most people check like the first person that comments on their post. I don't know. I had that imagination in my brain, but I think it works. So I want to be the first person that says something. And I don't want to say something that doesn't make sense. You see, I want to actually read it and see if I understand what he's saying, and I want to contribute. If you do that like consistently, the person will know that this person takes me seriously. And then the next time you go and message the person in the person's inbox, the person already knows your name. You see, and if you get a chance, for example, the person says like, I'm going to be speaking in person at this event. You can send the person a message and say, oh, this is really wonderful. I am going to be attending this event too, and I will be glad to meet you. You see, and then finally, like when you meet the person in person, it all makes sense. The person like gives you good audience and is very happy to like connect with you. So that's one way that works with social media. Then the last one I would say is past schools and professional affiliations. So you don't want to burn bridges. Many young people always do that. Like, oh, I hate my company, so because of that, everything I need from this company, I'm going to behave anyhow. I'll take their laptop when I'm leaving. I'll do anything I want. That's like so bad, because you don't even know like what tomorrow brings. I'm not saying you should do things for selfish reasons, but at least think of your tomorrow. That's really important. There are people like I've reached out to that I worked with 10 years ago, and I say, oh, when I was an intern, you were my boss, and or you were here, and if maybe when I was an intern, I was just this very nasty individual. They're not going to listen to me, right? The same thing with my undergrad, like where I did my undergrad, University of Benin. They might not know me, but I don't have a bad reputation, right? So if I need something, I can go back to any of my lecturers and I say, oh, you taught me this and this and this and this and that. Like, could you like mentor me or help me with, this and this? And they're willing to do it. So don't try to burn bridges. You can also find mentors from professional affiliations. I already mentioned like SPE. I think I saw SPE is doing something very deliberate about that. They have like where people sign up. I think SPE does it generally all over the world. Like you sign up to be a mentor, sign up to be a mentee. SWE also has it. SWE is Society of Women Engineers. If you're a female, you're a woman. Sorry, you're a woman. This word confuses me sometimes. Yes, if you're a woman, you should join. Even if you're a man, so men also join SWE. Yes, you can join SWE as a young person, and they have avenues to where you can submit your profile for if you want mentorship, and if you also want to mentor, you can also be a mentor. So, what is the importance of mentorship? I will first of all state how Bob Proctor is a guy like I really listen to a lot. He says like a mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself and helps bring it out of you. But then the world right now is highly competitive. So you need all the help and all the guidance you can get, especially as regards getting jobs, promotions within your organization and professional advancement. So I will just quickly touch on this as per getting jobs. Because the world is highly competitive right now, most people get jobs by recommendation. That's the easiest way to get a job. So you don't have to fight with 10,000 applicants and try to stand out, right? Because sometimes the opening might just be for only 2 people and 3 people. And then they don't want to put out an advert. You know how if you put out an advert right now, you know how the world, you just want 3 people, but then you will have 200 applications, and like reviewing applications and CVs, even with the use of software, it's not always like so easy, right? So sometimes people just say like, oh, we're looking for someone, and they tell people like within the organization, and they say like, if you have anybody, like recommend the person to me. That actually really, really helps. And it gives you like a foot in the door. At least even if the person cannot give you the job, or at least to get an interview, that actually helps. And then again, promotions within organizations, that's where also mentorship comes into place. I would say again, I wish it were not so, but that's how the world works. Sometimes you don't have access to some big rooms, like where they make like big decisions about your career. You are not there, right? It's only if those that have that conversation know you, or if your mentor is there, or if your sponsor is there, they can speak on your behalf and say, okay, let me say, for example, you've been working in a company, and you've been working as an office employee, and then you want to be a field engineer, right? And then you have a mentor or a sponsor, or someone you've like talked to about it. You've expressed yourself. You say, this is what I really want to do. And then there comes like the big room where they like make big decisions. And the MD is saying something like, oh, maybe we need to hire more field engineers. That person can speak for you and say, oh no, like, oh, Christine is there. She wants to be on the field. You see, your MD might not have like direct discussion with you because, depends on how big your relation is. He might never know who you are, right? But when your sponsor is there or your mentor is there, it helps you, and then you get that promotion, or you get that career shift or something like that. And then again, it also is really, really impactful for professional advancement. So I see that many of us, everybody on this call, should aim at advancing their career, right? So how can you do this? Instead of struggling on your own, people are everything you're trying, I think most of the time, like for me, everything I'm trying to achieve, someone has done it before. Even if it's not one person, at least 2 or 3 people combined have done that, have achieved that feat before. So why not find them as a mentor? I mean, you don't actually have to speak to them if there's no need. Let me tell you what I would do. I just go to their LinkedIn, and there was a time. This is a personal story. I I used to work in oil and gas, and then there was this downturn, and I was afraid of losing my job. I was so scared, and I was like, what am I going to do? And the next thing that came to my mind was, Christy, like you have to do like a transition into tech. I was like, where will I even start? I don't even understand anything about it. Like this is just such a big field that I don't know what to do. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll find a mentor. And I just found, I think I found 3 people that had done that transition before from oil and gas into tech. I just went and checked their profile. I checked like the schools they went to. I checked like the courses that they did. I checked like, everything. And I just said, I'm going to copy it. And that's how I'm going to get to where I'm going. And if I'm stuck anywhere, I would ask for their advice. Right. But anyway, I didn't do that anymore. I changed my mind because when I spoke to one of them, I didn't even know him before. I just messaged him that this is my situation. I want to make a career transition. And I see that. And then when we talked about it, we saw that that wasn't really what was good for me at the time. And then I just had to pause the whole plan. But that's what mentorship does for you. It helps you not to waste your time, and gives you that guide. So I will end my presentation here. Thank you very much for your audience. I'm very open to answering all of your questions. Once again, thank you for the opportunity. I hope I was being heard all along. Wow.
Yes, you were.
Okay.
We had
Thank
all
you.
the exciting tips, nuggets, ideas you shared. Thank you so much for such an excellent presentation. So I'll do a brief summary of your presentation. So excellent presenter started with definition of a mentor and who is a sponsor. She talked about a mentor. It's someone who supports, advise, and guide us. And for a sponsor, it's someone who actively promises growth and provides access to opportunities at work and advocates for career advancement. She also speaks on that mentors and sponsors, they serve the same purpose, which is to propel growth, to help you achieve your dreams and ambitions. She also talked about the mind and the misconceptions like a mentor is not a coach, and mentorship should only benefit a mentee, which is not supposed to be so. It's supposed to be collaborative efforts. You help your mentor further advance their experiences and skills while they're in same time pouring into you more of what they have. So another good point was good mentor versus good mentee. Qualities of good mentors, qualities of good mentee. She also talks about how to find a mentor, where she talked about how she finds mentors using her own experience, like social media spaces, networking opportunities, and SPE. SPE, it's one organization that provides lots of networking opportunities for you to find mentors who have similar ideas, like who have similar dreams and like you. She also talked about leveraging past schools and professional affiliations to gain mentors. She also talked about importance of mentorship, that the world is highly competitive. So many of us, we are looking for exciting opportunities, and it's only our mentors building several professional relationship that can help us hit that target. So thank you so much, Christian Oba, for such an excellent presentation. So I can see some of the exciting comments on the chat verse. Some AG was saying very, very insightful. Thank you for the nuggets. Adam Andrew was also saying thank you for the insights. Obianuju Chinnemerum said great and enlightening presentation. Ibuku is saying thank you, Ma. Priya is saying very insightful. So lots of exciting comments from everyone. So please, if you have questions, kindly raise your hand using the hand icon so you can unmute and ask your questions. If you also have questions, you can also drop on the chat box. So Christian Nova, we have one question. Someone is asking, mentors role models. Are all mentors role models? Yeah, coming from AG.
So for me, I would say like sorry, I don't know why I have left this page. Okay, can you okay? So for me, I would say like role models are people we want to mirror our lives like, you know, someone we want to be like, right? But a mentor is not necessarily so. So for example, you might be my mentor for my career, but I don't want to be like you, right? I just want to be like you, maybe like in your career advancement, or like in tech, or like in research, or like, okay, public speaking. But I don't like your lifestyle, right? So you're not my role model, but you're my mentor. I think there's a thin line, but that's how it works. I mean, in my brain, actually, that's how I think about it. Like someone you want to mirror your life, you know, like, but mentor is it's more like I think most times it's professional, most of the time. Yeah, and for role models, they don't have to know you anyway. Same thing. I don't know if I help, but that's what I understand. I've never really thought about it before up until now. So
Yeah,
I hope.
yeah, same here, same here. So I think you did justice. Edgy, so I think you are satisfied with the answer. Okay, we have Obianuju raising her hand. Please kindly unmute and ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon or good day. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good afternoon.
Okay. I wanted to ask, do you think, or what limit would you put to how many mentors we should try to have? Like, what do you think is too much, or what do you think is too little?
Thank you very much for that question. I realized that I didn't mention it in my presentation. You don't have to have only one mentor, because you can overburden that person. So for me, there's no limit as far as you can manage the relationship. There's no limit. So this is what I do. I have mentors for research. I have mentors for my future, like where I want to be in 5-10 years. I have mentors as it regards how to manage personal relationships. I talk to them about it, right? I have mentors as regards certain areas of my life that I want to enhance. So it's all different. So I don't discuss the same thing with all my mentors. It's like strategic. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. And we have that same project. So there's no limit. It's more of like, what are your needs and who are you finding and can you manage? So I'll give you an example of a mistake that I made. I found there was a time I was like trying to do career transition. So because for me personally, as I'm talking to you now, I have like 5 different careers that I can build based on my profile. So I write them down. I'm like, I can be this. So if I want to be this, how do I get there? And guess what? I found a mentor and I reached out to her. Very big mentor like this. And she said, you see, I didn't even think about it very well. And then she said, okay, you know, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. She gave me timeline. Finish this thing in 2 months and call me back. I never called back. And like today now, I feel bad because actually I'm going to call her back. But I want to achieve what she told me to achieve before I call her back. This is almost 10 months ago. See, that's very bad because I didn't sit back to think about it very well. So if you think about it very well first, because you don't want to have like 10 mentors and they give you 10 assignments and you cannot do anyone. And they say, okay, now you're my mentee, do for this, go and do this in the next 2 weeks, call me back. This one gives you another assignment like in the next 5 weeks, and then you cannot manage. That's not okay. So don't also like take on too much. So the number you take should be the number for the specific areas of your life that you want to grow, you want to advance, and then pick people based on those areas. And like I said, are you even capable of maintaining those relationships? That's another thing. Don't go and take somebody that when the person gives you attention now, then you disappear. That's very bad. So that's my answer to the question.
Thank you, Kristen. You gave us an excellent tip for that. So Obianuju, I think you're satisfied with the answer, right?
Yes, I am. That was very helpful. Thank you very much.
So thank you. Do we have any other questions? I don't see any hand up. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Kristen, for such an excellent presentation. I took lots of okay.
Sorry, I believe there's a question in the chat.
Yeah, I think I've read them. Okay, AJ, you can unmute and ask your question.
Okay, I see another one as well in situation. I think Anna Ibukun. Yeah, Anna Ibukun, she has a question. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay, yes. Her question says, in situation where your mentor isn't giving you that guidance because of their busy schedule or something else, what would you advise that person to look for? What would you advise that person? Is it to look for another mentor or probably let that mentor know that he or she isn't performing their duties as a mentor? What do you advise? And the second question, okay, should I read them or you take them one at a time?
Let me answer this one first. Sorry, interrupting you. This is my response. You cannot tell them that they are not living up to your expectation, but you're not paying them. I mean, it's not a paid job. So what I think you should do is find another mentor. That's why when I was presenting, I said your mentor must not be always elitist or popular, because popular people have too many mentees. They might not even have time for it. It's even better you choose someone that is not popular, because that person will be more willing to invest their time in you than even the person that has 100 mentees. How will the person cope? You see, so if you have someone that is not giving you attention, the person is busy, you cannot scold them for not answering you. I think what you should do is find someone else. Just find someone else that will have your time. That's my advice. And don't always have one mentor, like I said. So you find somebody else, like whenever the person has your time, fine. But yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So the second question says from Adam Andrew. Thank you very much, Ma. But my question is, how do you work with a mentor in a workplace who lacks character but seems to be the one who has acquired the knowledge and experience on the job?
This is a difficult question, but I would say that you have to learn how to manage relationships, right? I think especially in some climes where respect is very important. For me, I would say learn as much as you can. That's why, when I was talking about mentorship and role models, there are some people that, personally for me, I try to make the values align, because I'm a person that is very big on values. So if your values are questionable, likely I will not choose you as my mentor unless I do not know, right? But sometimes you cannot help it. In fact, I know, I'll give you an example. I know someone that he writes very well. I like the way he writes, and he's very intelligent. So also I love writing as a hobby. But then the guy is like so rude, like very rude. Like he writes a lot of rude comments. And sometimes I'm like, I don't think I want to I don't want to follow this person anymore. But then I'll be like, well, he's writing good things. Like, so what do I do? So for me, I'm just going to the part of his life that I like, which is like for you in the workplace, just try to make everything professional, like follow everything professional. But when it comes to his character, try to leave yourself out of that. That's what I would say. You have to learn how to manage that relationship. Because it's a very dicey one. Learn the best you can, and because like I said, not all mentorships are permanent. So for the time being, you can just be there and get what you want, but you might not want to keep that for a long time. That's what I would say.
Thank you so much. So Adam, I feel that you are satisfied with the answer. You got your answer you were looking for. Okay, so thank you everyone for participating. The next item on our agenda is the presentation of certificates and photograph. So I'll call on the technical lead person, Nicholas, to present the certificates to our amazing guest speaker. Nicholas, you have the floor.
All right, thank you very much, Pauline, for that wonderful moderation. And thank you very much, Chris, for that wonderful session. I learned a lot. I've taken some clues. And I'm sure other people on the call too will have the same thing. So quickly, as a new tradition we adopted some months ago, we've started certificates to our speakers during our programs, just to show them that we appreciate what they have done for us. It's not easy taking our time out of a busy schedule to honor our invite, and it means a lot to us actually. So here is a sample of the certificate of appreciation from on behalf of Section 103, representing Madam Ngozi Okonkwo, the section chair, and Mr. Justice Vidigal, the YP chair of SP Section 103. We present this certificate of appreciation to our speaker, Mrs. Christine Olotu, for giving us this wonderful session. Share from your wealth of experience and knowledge. We really appreciate. Thank you. And also for our wonderful moderator, Mrs. Nwamaka Igbonosi. Thank you for
Nicholas, I'm not Mrs. O. I'm married.
giving
Because
me
me
this.
too. I was
It's
going to
just
say the same thing. Like,
a
I'm not.
prophetic declaration. Any moment from now. Okay, Miss Nwamaka, thanks for the wonderful moderation. You really kept the section going. I like what you do. And gracias. So
Thank you so much. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, so let's go to the next item. I believe I still have the floor. Me too.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda, so everyone please kindly turn on your camera, your beautiful faces, while we take our group photograph. I know we had up to like 30 persons on the course, so I think there's some persons left, but still turn on your camera. Let's see your beautiful face. Simeon. Simeon, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm on the call.
Okay,
some
kindly let
persons
me know
said-
when you are done.
Yes, some persons really are still coming up. Okay. Okay, we are good.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you so much. Please, can you project the next item on the agenda? I think it's announcements.
The membership drive.
Oh, I think announcement before membership drive. Okay, membership drive. So I'll be calling on the YP membership team to take this section. We all know that XP is the biggest oil and gas professional body in the world. You stand to gain a lot, like networking, finding mentors and sponsors, people who are going to stand in the gap for you. So the YP membership team will be taking us through this section. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So I'll just quickly take the membership drive. Thank you very much, Christina, for the insightful session on mentorship and sponsorship. Thank you so much. And also to our moderator, who also gave a wonderful summary. Thank you as well, Pauline. Okay, very quickly, SPE, those of us on the call, we heard the speaker mention this twice. So SPE is Society of Petroleum Engineers, and basically we are, a society for everyone who has, something to do in the oil, gas, or energy industry, right? So it's a place for students, recent graduates, young professionals, and senior members. And to join us here, we are the Port Harcourt section 103. And there are a lot of membership benefits, one of which are events like this, and also the networking opportunities and conferences and the ability to volunteer. Because we now have situations that require you to show your leadership experience, and SP can give you that hands-on leadership experience, pending when you grow into that leadership cadre, say in your place of work. So to join us in Port Harcourt section, we are the second largest, and we have over 1,200 professional members and over 3,000 student members. To join us, you can either scan the QR code on the screen or visit bit.ly/SPE membership, and you get a form, and someone would be in touch, or you could just reach out to us in the chat box or contact us at spephc@gmail.com or at spephcevents.events@gmail.com, and would be in touch. So if you're here, you are yet to renew your SP membership, or you are yet to join SPE, you could just quickly reach out on the chat box, and someone would be in touch, or you screenshot this page, send an email or call any of the numbers you're seeing on the screen, and you would also be attended to. I think our next slides will show pictures of some of our events. We do both social, technical events. So we don't just think about work. We also go out to CSR, community, service works, and also fitness activities, social events as well. So we look forward to having you join us, and see you in our next meeting as an SP member. Thank you. Over to you, Pauline.
Thank you, Daniel, for that wonderful section. So in addition, you can also reach us via our social media platforms on LinkedIn as SPE Port Harcourt. You can ask all your exciting questions, or all the you can also tell us the challenges you are facing becoming a member, or knowing someone who wants to become a member too. So someone is very, very active there to attend to you. So the next item on our agenda is announcements. So we have lots of because XP is the biggest in the world. We have exciting events lined up every month, every week, especially for YPs, targeting them to grow in their various field. So we have, next slide, Simeon, please. We have our technical training for the past since this board year, there has been a training, I think almost every month for YPs. trying to like improve on their skills and performance at workplace. So by next month on the 6th of April, the YP team in collaboration with Petro Decision, a petroleum technology company, will be hosting a technical training. And can I tell you the most exciting thing about this event? It's free. You don't need to pay money, like you have to pay for a large sum of amount of money to gain a skill. This is totally free. Just register. If Justice, if you have the link, you can actually drop on the chat box so people can start registering for the events. And another exciting big thing about the YP, the Section 103 Young Professionals, is that every year we host a very big event that impacts the whole of Port Harcourt especially. So let's anticipate for this event. Is coming up on the 2nd to 4th of May. Tell people to tell another person in your organization, like be the radio that SP is sending forth in your organization. Tell them that this kind of event is coming up, and it's just with a token of 4,000 naira, you will gain access to several courses, not just one course. You will gain access to exciting events, exciting sections, especially for the networking opportunities. Oil and gas top leaders are coming to that event. You can actually gain mentors one-on-one, like Christian Nobody said, like, just be ready and try to engage them there and there. You will get a mentor and a sponsor immediately. Next slide, Simeon. Simeon. In addition to the forthcoming 2024 Young Professional Symposium, the debate and energy conference flyer is up. Last year we had I was there, like I can witness the energy in that room, like lots of YPs contested for this prize, and lots of people, as in you will see energy leads come 4th of May. Same goes for the energy conference. Just look for these flyers on our social media platforms. You can also share to your networks, tell them, invite them, like convince them to be part of this exciting event. For the SPE Africa Young Professionals workshop, it will be coming up. This will be being hosted by the SPE Ghana. It's taking place in Ghana, and it will be coming up on the 21st of May, 2024. So you can make plans to attend, or you can also reach out to the YP teams for further guidance on this event. Thank you. I think that's all on the announcement part of it. So the next item on our agenda, Nicholas, are we not taking the energy challenge, the tribal quiz?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
that was a little error there. Usually, our trivia quiz are designed for mostly technical sections under the monthly cycle, where we design quiz based on the topic of the day. If it's in completions, productions, drilling, reservoir, HSC, whatever it is, as long as it's technical, we'll just mix it up with some SP current affairs. In terms of professional development, there don't seem to be like much questions or quiz questions that will sort of be universal, that would have certain particular answers. So thus, non-availability for today's quiz. So my apologies for those that will have to be looking out for it. Continuous improvement is the motto. So as we go further, we'll know how to communicate our agendas better to manage expectations. I also want to reiterate on the YP symposium. I believe everyone on the call hear my voice to a large extent is either a YP or a student member. The YP symposium, aside being the biggest event for the section all year round, it is on a personal level, it's very inspirational. You can liken it to the feeling you get at NAIS, but on a smaller scale. But at this time, still focused on YP. For this year, we'll be talking about digitalization in the oil and gas space. The oil and gas industry are among the four runners in technology around the world. And when you talk about the astronauts, space travelers, you talk about medicine, you talk about military. The next people that will come into play is oil and gas. We keep developing technologies that one way or the other find way to find applications in other areas of life. That's just what we do. We keep life going because if there's no energy, there's no life. And now we are talking digitalization. We are in the era of AI. There's threat. There's fear that machines will take our jobs. We've even had the first autonomous software developer at AI that can write codes, troubleshoot, incorporate new tools, read documentation, do version control and all that. And software developers are scared. So there are two categories of people that will be in this new phase of technology. Those building, those working with digital tools, or those being replaced by digital tools. So this coming YP Symposium is here to expose us to all about digitalization in the oil and gas space and how to position ourselves so that our career does not hit a dead end, how to rebrand the skills we look forward to acquire so that so long as there's still energy production, will always be relevant. So please prioritize to attend. Registrations are open. Look out for our social media spaces. We have ongoing registration for the debates and a very exciting energy challenge if you have digital solutions to oil and gas problems in terms of upstream, like exploration, production, in terms of day-to-day operations like logistics, in terms of HSE, in terms of whatever phase of the oil and gas industry it is. If you have digital solutions, enroll. Exciting prizes to be won, at least for the energy challenge, categorically speaking, the winner goes on with 100,000 naira. And also a possibility of being enrolled in Techidia Mini MBA. So it's quite something, yeah. So please enroll, you won't regret it. And for my closing remarks, I can't thank our moderator and our speaker and my able assistant tech lead, Mr. Daniel Ikeke, for all the efforts, the work we put into making today a success. I believe for those of us that made our time to be here, we've actually learned something. I myself, I learned something. Mentors and sponsors on how to maintain those relationships. Looking forward to next month's mostly insightful room. Keep the dates. Watch out for our spaces. Stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a lovely evening. All right. So to wrap it up for today, let's take the second stanza of our national anthem. Anyone that would love, I've said too much tonight. Anyone that would just love to close it off for us for today for record purpose, please take the floor. And thank you very much.
Okay, I
Okay.
think I can
God,
just
God
take,
of,
yeah.
okay. Can I
Okay,
do
go ahead,
justice to
go
that?
ahead.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
please,
you.
go ahead.
Okay, it says for the national anthem, O God of creation, direct our noble course, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace, justice shall reign. Thank you and good night.
All right, thank you very much, AJ, for taking that. Good night, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Stay safe. See you next month for the next monthly insightful. Good night.